Start the recording. Okay, thank you. Perfect, thank you. Good afternoon. I'm Robert Fleming, and Old Scratch Press would like to thank Finn for welcoming us on your open mic at Blot from the Blue. To start out, I just want to give a shout out for the OSP members who are here with us today. I will call on you just to unmute and say your name and where you're Zooming from. I'm Robert Fleming, and I'm Zooming from Lewis, Delaware in the United States. Anthony, will you unmute and say that? You're muted now, Anthony. Perfect.
Okay.
Okay. I'm calling from Brazil, though I'm from Ireland.
Thank you. Will you repeat your name?
Anthony.
Thank you. And Gabby?
Hi, I'm Gabby Gilliam, and I am in Maryland in the United States.
Thank you. Alan, will you introduce yourself?
I'm Alan Byrne from Berkeley, California. Hello to everybody.
Thank you, Alan. And Diane?
I'm Diane Pierce from Los Angeles.
Thank you. And Diane's going to start for us, give us about a 5-minute on what is Old Scratch Press. Diane, go ahead.
I thought Ginny was here. Ginny, we lost.
You're right. I didn't see her. Ginny, are you here?
Yes, I am. Yeah, Ginny, I'm here in Berwyn, Pennsylvania, in the US. Thanks.
Thank you, Ginny.
Okay, yeah, you you ready, Robert?
Go ahead, Diane.
Okay. I just Robert asked me to make a little slideshow, so I have a little slideshow here. Let me just This is Old Scratch Press. It's a little poetry cooperative. These are some of our book covers for books that have already come out. This is our mission statement. The way Old Scratch Press started, my husband and I started a publishing company in 2017 because we just figured we could. And it's been quite a journey. As part of it, along the way, I started Instant Noodles magazine because I wanted folks to have a chance to have more places to submit that didn't cost anything. And I studied poetry writing, and poems are important to me. I really love them. And some of the poets from Instant Noodles kept asking me to publish their books. You know, poetry books don't sell a lot. They don't make a lot of money. So I thought, I sort of have a hippie mentality. So I thought, well, maybe if we got a bunch of people together, we could do it as a group. And so that's what we did. We started Old Scratch Press. I think I initially invited something like 50 or 60 authors who had published in Instant Noodles. And a lot of people were interested, but it definitely is collaboration. And so we all help, and not everybody has the all help mentality. So a bunch of them weren't interested, but the ones who were have come since 2023. And we're looking for a couple new members now because we want to grow. And we really owe so much to Robert Fleming. He keeps us on track, and he really helps us be a productive press. So I'm eternally grateful for Robert Fleming.
Thank you. Thank you, Diane. And I'd like to have Gabby share on what is our digital magazine, Instant Noodles. You're muted, Gabby.
All right. Hold on just a moment. Can you guys see this?
Yes.
All right. So hi, again, I'm Gabby Gilliam, and I'm going to be giving you a quick rundown of what we do here at Instant Noodles. It is a digital magazine. Our vision is to expand the opportunities available to authors by providing them a digital platform where we showcase works of fiction, flash fiction, memoir, creative nonfiction, visual art, media art, and poetry. We also do multimedia and drama. We are open to pretty much anything that you can creatively submit to us. And our mission is to support creators in their publishing journey, whether they are new or they are established authors, by offering a quality place for their work to be published. So I am going to read some sample works in our newest issue. Our newest issue just went live on August 1st. And so I'm going to read some excerpts from some longer pieces and then a poem as well. So this is a sample of a creative nonfiction piece. It's called My Woods, and it's by Nadja Moril, who is also a member of Old Scratch Press. Standing in place, looking closely at the rocks along the trail, I see the patterns of lichen and moss, delicate ovals, dots, and stripes. Creamy brown toadstools, a clump of young green cranberries, the perfect geometry of fern fronds, the mitten shape of sassafras. Above all else, my mother admired the power of the sea, the drama of the shifting tides. After her death, we scattered her ashes along the bay's edge in the place where she loved to take me as a child clamming. Wading in the water at low tide, using our heels to find quahogs buried in sand, we'd gather enough to make stuffed clams and chowder. I chew and taste the bright and pungent sassafras leaf. Not blueberry season. If I'm quiet and lucky, I may sight wild turkeys. At dusk, I watch for deer and coyote. Perhaps I'll ask for my ashes to be scattered in these woods and wetlands where creatures are hatched and mosses prosper, my soul singing with the birds in the trees. This is my sanctuary. And for this issue of Instant Noodles, our theme was sanctuary. So you're going to see that theme recurring in the works that I share today. And this is Flash Fiction by K.L. Mill. Her steps were tentative, unsure of leaving the safety of her enclosure. She was accustomed to cramped, dark spaces, after all, and the sunlight was so bright. But oh, the grass was silky under her roughened paws. And what was that chirping? So delicate, nothing like the deafening roar of laughter and blaring calliope. Rearing on hind legs, on ankles worn bare from a lifetime of shackles, she sniffed the breeze, honeysuckle and clover. No sawdust or sour sweat. It smelled like home. She did a forward roll in the grass, not on command, but simply because she wanted to. This poem is by Wing Yao, and it's titled C83. This is her new home now, a place to sing, watch TV, play endless bingo, and eat 6 times a day with others like her. Each day her crumpled lips slowly open, then clam shut. Repeat. Each day she eavesdrops on the morning news and learns how shadows tumble out, tiny wall holes at night, straight into the toilet bowl. In this sanctuary, she is her own circus. On her good days, she knows where the exit is. Young people come in through this door out of duty, then out to live a life again. Or that soft spot on the carpet they never step on, where the triangular sunset masks over hell's trap door. On her good days, she ties a ribbon on her walker and listens to every syllable the hour speaks that is a deeply felt mime made out of sad love and melodies. She reshuffles her gait and waits for darkness to come so she can stuff everything in her nylon shoulder bag. Things like where she parked her car yesterday and what it is she wants to remember. Only her hand-washed stockings, acronymus, air-dried on the grab rails, dangle like a long exposure on the blurry memory of what swinging in the wind is like. And the last piece is a visual piece that was submitted by Jordan Viras, and it is called Looking Out Window en Route Portsmouth. And then really quickly, I did want to mention we do still have one submission window open for 2025. The theme for that one is gravy. It closes on November 2nd. And usually for our final issue of the year, we do try to keep it a little more lighthearted. So we especially welcome anything that has some comedy to it. And we are again looking for flash fiction, poetry, visual art, drama, nonfiction, multimedia, And we especially need visual pieces, drama, nonfiction, and multimedia. Thank you.
Thank you, Gabby. Now we're going to have a 5-minute reading from one of the authors, which was published in 2025. We'll start with Anthony, and I will be sharing the screen for him. I'm going to start by sharing his book cover, and I will ask Anthony to say what was the inspiration for your book and the cover.
Hi. Yeah. The inspiration was the Jonah story. The whole book is a sort of a retelling of the Jonah and the whale legend, myth, story. It's in 3 sections, and there are 3 different characters. This particular painting was originally for the 3rd section, which is the Jonah section per se. It's a painting I did a few years ago while I was still writing the Jonah poems. So I thought it would be nice to try to get it on the cover. And David Jurkovic, who does all of the covers for OSP, he did a fantastic job in tidying up my image. So I was very happy with the cover. I thought it looked great. I'm going to read 2 poems from the book. And Robert, yeah.
Let me put your first poem on the screen so everybody can see that.
Oh, you want to start with the Portuguese one?
No, let's. Oh, you have another one you'd like to read? Go ahead.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
I'm going to read one from section 2 of the book, which is about a young woman called Blundra. And this is called Blundra's Anatomy. I have a black-walled womb with gneiss folds and mud flows. It's all bark too, with trickles of sap and latex, incubated circles and encircled squares, triangles rhombused in still reflections. Often it loses labyrinths down white rabbit holes. Yes, I have a black-walled womb that fosters growth and provides product. Things run screaming from its gates, tumble from its mouth half drowned. I lick them clean like foals. I have a gaseous heart. It draws me around itself, holds me about it in constellate organs and ribbons of vessel, in spools of nerve. Such is its gravity, it throws me around it in expansions of skin, all flare and mass, as it speaks bright and darkens, speaks bright and darkens, speaks bright, as I spin on my axis, up and down, left and right. I have a teetering brain, a stacked favela of wind-etched whistles, proof that all sound is the marriage of shape and shapelessness. What do they see, those windows? They see me, beheld in existence, the condensate of eyes. I try to remember that memory imagined what fantasy would have me forget. But I am a black-walled womb, warmed by a red ball heart, primal swamp life caked in brain, and my bones are of fossilized trees. So, do you want to go to the Portuguese one now, or?
Sure, I'll go ahead. I was waiting for you
Oh, okay.
to prompt me, so I'm ready to put that on the screen for us. So Anthony is from Brazil, and the primary language there is Portuguese. I asked him to share a Portuguese writing with us, and this is what he's. So I'm going to turn it over to you. Go ahead, Anthony.
Thanks. You're going to hear the same word repeated over and over here, which is baú. That's the Portuguese word for trunk, like this one here that the guy in the picture is opening. So, tem baú para guardar coisas. e baú que é mera decoração. Tem baú que serve de assento, e baú que é cofre e o caixão. Tem baú de Fernando Pessoa, cheio de poemas, e baú que esconde o mal sapão. Tem baú com fundo falso, e baú falso sem fundo algum. Tem baú para jogar mago no mar, acorrentado, e baú boiando que salva quem naufragou. Tem baú cheio de ferramentas, e baú talhado à mão de artesão. Tem baú para guardar segredos, e baú secreto no porão. So if you ever wondered what Portuguese was like in a Wicklow accent, that's it. Should I go one more?
No, I think we need to stop to
Okay.
stick within the 5 minutes. But thank you, Anthony. And now
Thank
we're going
you.
thank you. And now we're going to have the second Old Scratch Press writer who published this year in 2025 do a reading for us, and that's Ginny.
Okay, thank you. And thank you for having all the poets in Old Scratch Press here today. I've been enjoying the poetry being read so far. Beautiful. I'm going to quickly share the screen of my poetry cover. And this is what it looked like. Basically, the idea of the book was looking at a timeline of years and moments of lived. Sort of the points on it would be the unforgettable characters, that make a person. So I'm going to read two poems. One is entitled Ant, as an A-U-N-T. The hilarious part is how we think Vienna sausages are exotic, suitable for a silver tray, to be served at an adult cocktail party, skewered on toothpicks, arranged with edible flowers, pinky-sized hors d'oeuvres from a can, slimy, slathered in sweet tomato sauce, perhaps a traditional recipe from Austria, a place that sounds like a storybook, where people waltz on hillocks and falling snow waltzes with them, to music, music box music, a tinkling. My cousin and I discover the Vienna sausages in the far back of a kitchen cabinet, my aunt's secret pleasure, something she eats when she isn't starving herself, which is most of the time. And as girls, we know better, know she lives hungry, know we shouldn't steal pleasure from her lips, given how my uncle oohs and ahs over any woman built like a string bean. Now that's what I'm talking about. But there is a car in the driveway and keys on the counter, and we are still young enough to believe in escape. And the second poem I'm going to read is entitled JT. In Lenox, Massachusetts, I searched for James Taylor. He lives there somewhere. I have captured flecks of fire and spatters of rain since the age of 13 just to show him, and I am dying to know if I can become a moonlight lady. I think I have potential. I'm a daydreamer after dark with a multitude of song lyrics locked in my heart. But James wasn't downtown in the Get Lick bookstore. No sweet baby James in the pub on Main Street, where I nibbled olives, feta cheese, and crusty bread, careful to keep my lip gloss intact. The bartender said he hadn't seen him around either, so I ordered more wine. My last stop in Lenox was the Gulf Station on the outskirts of town, where rusty mobile homes turned the snow pink. I felt better there on the A side of the state, land of deep pastures, dotted by bird feet, animal paw, where the Berkshires kiss the chins of clouds, hum something soft and kind, an album on a Zenith stereo system, spinning round and round. Thank you very much for having me. Appreciate it.
Thank you, Jeannie. I just wanted to close with what is upcoming for Old Scratch Press through the end of 2025. As Gabby shared, the magazine Instant Noodles will be having one more issue in the winter holiday with the theme of gravy. And we will be publishing one more book this year by Alan. I will put his book cover on the screen. Here we go. And Alan, will you unmute and just say briefly what your book is about and your inspiration? And I know that it has a tribute to Italy. I'm wondering if you could just say one or two Italian words for us.
Certamente, Roberto. Certainly, Robert. This book is a book about my relationships with Italy. I lived in Naples this is a picture of Naples all the way through it to Mount Vesuvius, which is in the background. And I lived in Naples in 1965 to 1966 with my family. My father was on sabbatical, professor at the University of California in Berkeley. And it was an amazing experience. There's nothing like Naples that I've ever experienced in any other city. A kind of a chaos and beautiful chaos. And if you do go to Naples, which I highly recommend, be sure you bring a money belt, because otherwise you may be robbed. Probably not mugged, but robbed. And I still have friends in Naples and have visited there in the last decades as often as I could manage. And some of the poems are translations from the Italian. Some of them are kind of kudos to Italy and my times there. And then there are other things as well, and a lot of photographs, because I'm a photographer as well as a poet. Thank you for listening, and thank you, Robert, for showing the cover.
You're welcome. And I'm going to just end with a preview of one of the visual images which I'm considering submitting for Instant Noodles, the gravy theme, which I haven't shared with the Old Scratch Press group yet. So this possibly will be my submission for gravy. So thank you. I want to thank you for having Old Scratch Press on Blot from the Blue. And I want to encourage everybody to unmute and to give a round of applause for the Old Scratch Press members who came today. Diane, Gabby, Anthony, Ginny, Alan, and myself. And thank you, Finn. And I will put the links for Old Scratch Press and all of the purchase availability for the books of the authors who read today in the chat. Thank you.
And we are looking for new members if you like to collaborate.
Thank you. It was a
Thank
great
you.
program.
Yeah, I'm sure you will. I'm sure you will. There's a few people ready to get on the gravy train and put the gravy poems into you soon, I'm sure. Thank you. Thank you very much indeed. Let me just stop the recording.